What's good, fam? We gotta talk about something that's really got folks looking at Drake sideways like never before. This dude's almost 40 and made himself the star of a live stream that looks like a fever dream, where he's literally running from Pinocchio. Yeah, you heard that right, Pinocchio. It's like dude took a page out of Crazy Town, crafted it, and hit go live. So buckle up because we diving headfirst into this madness called ICEMAN Episode 2. But first, let me hit you with something crucial. It ain't just the visuals that's got people shook, it's what this whole thing might actually mean. See, Drake ain't just playing around with some wooden puppet for laughs. There's a message buried under all this nonsense that feels like a misguided high dive into a pool with no water. Pinocchio ain't just any character. We all know the dude's nose grows when he lies, right? So what is Drake trying to say with all this? Is it some sly commentary about Kendrick Lamar? If it is, man, it's a strange way to throw shade. Drake, a near 40-year-old dipping into fairy tales to make a point? That's wild even for him. But let's talk facts. Kendrick's a lyrical genius. Dude's been writing masterpieces that twist narratives and redefine the game. It's like Kendrick wrote the manual and everyone else is just trying to catch up. He's won awards rappers didn't even know they could win, pushing the culture up, and further up. And here's Drake in a stream with Pinocchio, which ain't making the statement he thinks it is. It comes off more like a high-budget parody where Drake's chasing relevance instead of the truth. So, is Drake trying to claim Kendrick's the Pinocchio, except the only thing growing here is the gap between Drake and some good decisions? Look, let's keep it real. Drake fans out there saying this is deep and whatever, look closer. This ain't some high art, it's just messy. The fans are clapping for crumbs. Mark Twain wouldn't even feed his dog. They saying, just wait, it's all part of a master plan. Meanwhile, it's like Drake's writing a movie, flopped before it got out of the writer's room. It's got shades of a man missing the mark by a mile, because in trying to roast Kendrick, this just looks like self-sabotage. Drake picked Pinocchio as his symbol, but did he forget Pinocchio's arch rival? Was that dude trying to nab real boys? Somebody need to ask what's running through Drake's mind, because Pinocchio ain't quite the big flex he thinks it is. Now, just when you think the rabbit hole can't go any deeper, Drake brings UK rapper Central Cee into the fold. Bet, like anybody saw that coming. But instead of giving us something fresh, they give us this track, Which One? Which feels more like why bother? Honestly, it ain't changing the game. It's more like a flat note in an empty room. Drake's always trying to switch it up, speaking with accents and putting on airs. But this right here is the musical equivalent of a wet blanket, like dude trying to be an ambassador, but he can't even represent right. We all know Central Cee rising and making strides in the UK scene, but did he really need to tie himself to this spectacle? Homie had the potential to break into new heights. Instead, he's in the clutches of the Drake sideshow, like an extra in a performance that forgot the plot. They say all publicity is good publicity, but this collab ain't the step up in the game they think it is. It's got Bear L written all over it. Dudes left wondering why Central Cee agreed to be associated with the bottom barrel when he could be elevating and making moves. Drake laying his path to chart topper status with bricks of mediocrity, and Central Cee got to maneuver through him to even get his shine. Here we are, right? Mid-video. Let me just hit you with a quick plug. It'd be nice if you smash that like button and subscribe for more takes hotter than whatever Drake thought this album rollout was going to be. Cause we just getting started and there's plenty more to chop up on the industry and everything going down. Keep the support flowing, and yo, drop a comment on what y'all think about Drake's Pinocchio antics. Anyway, back to the topic. So, which one, huh? Man, listening to it, I'm just like, dude, was the beat literally sleepwalking? It's tragic when you got legends like Kendrick pushing narrative boundaries, changing the conversation, and all the while, Drake out here trying and failing to mock with some awkward execution. It's like watching the world's longest unfunny joke play out, and I'm wondering when Drake's gonna wake up and realize he needs to switch it up for real. The vibe's so weak, even the reverb couldn't save it. And let's not act like this is some outlier for Drake. Nah, this is right along his trajectory when you look at his past few albums. Dude's been hanging in the has-been zone longer than seems healthy if you linger at the big picture, dropping records that have the creativity and distinctiveness of a store-brand version of his former glory. This single's just more of the same. I mean, it's clear as day. This ain't pushing any envelopes, ain't elevating the craft. You listen and wonder what happened to the Drake who used to drop bangers that defined summers. He was the dude with hooks that caught everybody's ear. Now he's got tracks that don't even catch shade. So we gotta ask the question, what led Drake to this position where he's embodying Pinocchio more than an artist at the top of his game? It's like he's trying to prove something, but all he's doing is solidifying this weird caricature of himself. And it's honestly troubling. I mean, for hip hop as a whole, when one of its biggest stars is out here operating like he's in the Twilight Zone, it becomes kind of symbolic of bigger issues in the industry. You start to see this saga unfold like a reality show you didn't sign up for. All right, let's dig into this Central Cee thing a little more. So with this whole spectacle Drake's put on, he's pulled in UK rapper Central Cee to share the mic. You'd think this would be the moment to shine with some transatlantic heat, but nah. Which one ain't it, fam? Drake's trying to extend his global reach, but instead, he's handing out L's like birthday treats. Central Cee's got his own boss flavor, no doubt, but the synergy here, or lack thereof, is what's really hurting the joint. It's like putting ketchup on caviar. It just don't mix right. Drake's jumping on these UK grime beats, trying to morph into something he's not, and the British accent, let's be real, it's not hitting different. It's just misaligned. Looking at Drake's career, we see he's at a crossroads, confused between staying true to his roots or venturing into crossover terrain with haphazard strategies. And instead of drawing inspiration, he's tripping over himself to keep up. Which one is more a soundscape filler than a hit, relying on borrowed vibes rather than organic synergy? Central Cee being involved seems more like a student's awkward talent show performance, with Drake orchestrating the mess in the backdrop. Don't get me wrong, I ain't here just to bash the dude without reason. Drake's been an icon, pushing the rap game forward in his prime. There's respect where it's due, but at this point, as he struggles on this whimsical journey that's real questionable, you can't help but ask, what's the master plan? You gotta wonder, doesn't he miss when he was the mixtape king? The dude who had everyone quoting his bars like scripture? We need to look at the broader implication. This desperate need to one-up Kendrick has taken a toll. It's sort of an obsession that's only diminishing his work. Comparing himself, trying to battle in subliminals, with Kendrick just doing things in a league of his own. Kendrick's out there crafting soul-stirring verses and making it look easy. He's on a Picasso tip while Drake's out here drawing stick figures with crayons. Still, the game won't stop waiting for the old Drake to return. The trap house ain't as forgiving. We need artists to elevate not only themselves, but the culture too. Kendrick's Pac right now. He's making Drake look like a side note in his own story. And though Drake's got a loyal fan base who will celebrate anything he touches, Pinocchio and all, the lack of growth is obvious even to his most diehard supporters. And look, when you hear a name like Kendrick mentioned alongside your own, understand that's a cosmic level of responsibility. You can't just dabble in puppet shows and hope for the same reverence. Kendrick's dropping knowledge and shifting paradigms, leaving Drake clinging to gimmicks. It's heartbreaking because Drake used to be that guy. He used to set trends, not follow them blindly down a hole. Guess it all boils down to this. An artist can evolve a million different ways, but credibility is only maintained when growth isn't just superficial. Drake's Pinocchio act feels more like a comedic masquerade than an authentic expression. Communicate how you want didn't change, but choose things resonate deeper. Hopefully, he'll figure this out and come back strong, because that's what the culture needs. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Like, hit me with your thoughts in the comments. You think Drake's got potential to turn it around, or has he cemented his place on the periphery of relevance? Is Central Cee a hero caught up in a tragedy? And what about Kendrick? Is this shaping up to be another win under his belt? You tell me. Leave a comment, smash that like button if you like, and subscribe to keep the conversations alive. We out here delivering the real, and your support fuels this journey. Catch y'all in the next one.